Yo.
Yeah, chairman.
Sabi biya kama.
Oh, ya me adom experience kakra fever. Ene adwin fita.
Okay.
You could tell musa.
Yanku ni man na.
All right.
On some doors.
Yeah.
Super.
All right, chairman. Me da wase na ye shasi and games bebre na eba so especially the PSG game versus Dortmund and then so ye wo team Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur our mobile at the Stamford Bridge Stadium. Now you better translate analysis from PSG and Dortmund game down to Tottenham any Chelsea game because in maybe we more interrelated. Now you can't interrelated way you better start with Dortmund on the other hand since we muna a match and I say result in a favor or more in this semi-final tie looking at PSG any Borussia Dortmund on the first graphic no eba we no so kameni beje pa sami or fa we no to so MIA. Good. Now it's here for you share your screen so now we have the attacking heat map and I said the attacking locations of team Borussia Dortmund how they intended and I say specifically no coach no instructing the boys so more attacking team PSG and you could see say with the field tilt on the right hand side of more attack has 54%. Their central attacking channels has 20% and the left hand side of their attack had 26%. Now the main focus the red allocated area which is the 54% which shows exactly what now coach Edman the boys instructing the boys and say against PSG. This is simple because PSG on left side of defense one weakness I feel say Barcelona exploited almost all the big teams now share team PSG in the Champions League and even in their local league it is still their left hand side and most of their chances so I mean the next way good. Now on the right hand side what exactly did team Borussia Dortmund do to PSG I'm omutimi nya asa wo mu goal and I say omutimi go boot to boot with team PSG. It is the 3v3 with target players and that target players na team Borussia Dortmund targeting one in this very game was Abrante and Nuno Mendes, Fabian Ruiz and Abrante and Hernandez. What Lucas Hernandez and Nuno Mendes are one relationship and that strong as compared to Marquinhos and Hakimi. Meaning in that relationship now there are some spaces if you play your combinations very well in that allocated area now you can get a space a bit near for your striker to actually move into those spaces and I said we'll fall back and I said the winger in the like of Abrante and Eddie Jordan Sancho or your prolific striker 1v1 you know he's going to actually beat you and that is exactly what happened on their right hand side that Emma Omutimi generated that 54% on the right hand side of the attack. You have Abrante and Eddie Fabian Ruiz who is not a screener in terms of say Obejina defense line no in that defensive transition that is not one of the attributes and that is one loophole I mean who say coach Eden exploited from the PSG backline you could see say Borussia Dortmund are transited from their defensive third do midfield third and they are now progressing into the final third. It is the same thing, they are moving in threes. It is still the same specific information coach Eden Amman and Borussia Dortmund boys. It is the 3v3 with targeted players and this time around you could see Bakola has been targeted because Bakola is one player. He doesn't most often a PSG team transitable which are on joining defense okay and that is Adia Bakwa Emma Jordan Sancho no eba game no mupa na you could see say there is one thing as well team Borussia Dortmund a typical German tactics which is the pressing traps with Jurgen pressing. Say you Lucy Ball, how do we actually win the ball back? It is through that Jurgen pressing. Still looking at that field tilt, you could see there is 5v5 going on that right hand side. So we share team Borussia Dortmund most of lifespan in that 90 minutes was actually spent on the right hand side and that is the defensive loophole Luis Enrique and the boys and I think say at Park the Princess I was almost share no solving and yes Borussia Dortmund will actually exploit that relationship now and that's our three players in terminal now the chairman there is this educative segment I'm passing the and this is where we transition to the Chelsea game now this image now you ever has say the red team are defending in a 4-4-2 block shape na sa 4-4-2 block shape no eno ameka assembly one ha say you frame be pocket positioning. Now yeka pocket positioner you could see say between the two center backs, the two central midfielders no there is a box that has been formed there. We share the full back, the right center back, over the right center midfielder, and the right winger. Now there's another box formed there. So in a 4-4-2 shape, you could see that there are 4 pocket sizes ubenya in the defensive aspect. Say team are opted to be defending in a 4-4-2 block. Now these are the pocket positionings generated automatically. Now you're in the next paragraph. Now you could see the 3 types of the pocket positioning that has been demonstrated. We have one, which is the bottom positioning. We'll share the bottom positioning now on your screen. Now you could see, say, in between the 2 central midfielders, any that of the 2 center backs, you could see, say, the number 9 of the black team, are dropping into that area. And yes, we share that player in the but Ojinawa, all because of the positioning. Your friend the bottom positioning in the next image, which is say number 9 remember the 2 central midfielders nature ebana sana ojebona first thing bottom positioning is equivalent to players or more quick feet, and this is where PSG one problems na starting a free year. Now you could see Kylian Mbappe was the man up front starting in that number 9 slot where he was most often being tasked to do that bottom positioning, but Obejina one quick feet and one meaning Kylian Mbappe in that area has to vacate and come to the left-hand side of attack, which doesn't actually work for Team PSG in this attacking structure. Now, so we said on the left-hand side of attack now, we said number 7 of the black team but in that first box now, that positioning now we're taking your friend the top positioning, the top pocket positioning. The very moment we receive ball in that angle, it means to say the center back and that of the right back in every squeeze. You could see say the left back of the black team would have enough spaces to actually attack and give that overlap. So these are the pocket positionings now a key in football. Now you go to the next one. In-game action, and this is the in-game action where we can see PSG for pocket positioning. So you could see that Team Borussia Dortmund is also operating with the 4-4-2 flat defensive shape. And so 4-4-2 flat defensive shape. Now we could see Bradley Barcola actually outside the defensive block with Abraham Tendini, Fabian Ruiz inside the left half space, Kylian Mbappe in the central channel, then Abraham Tendini, Ousmane Dembele in the right half space with Hakimi outside the defensive box. Eban is saying now you could see clearly say Ruiz has actually taken the position of the top pocket positioning where he can play that 1-2 and free Barcola. That is why Barcola in the first 15 minutes was the most dangerous player for Team PSG. I feel say Team Borussia Dortmund did very well. They did extremely good in defending this kind of situations. And I think that if truly Team PSG per se qualify Abraham Tendini, Kylian Mbappe doesn't have to start in that number 9 slot, but rather has to be in that area now, Barcola because always he's going to be free and have enough space then get into the 18-yard box and get goals for Team PSG. Now, chairman, this is the overall team shape of Team PSG. So, you could see it is an MW shape, an MW433. And what is our MW433 now? You can see say Nuno Mendes instead say he be play to the strength as an overlapping fullback. No, he has been instructed say throughout the game he should play as a supporting centre back, which is an invented fullback. And this is where Jordan Sancho no whole chance say ever game no more. This is where Jordan Sancho or enjoying much of spaces and much time operating as that prolific player for Team Borussia Dortmund. Because if Nuno Mendes is not going for the overlap, it means Jordan Sancho is automatically going to be in spaces a favor because Jordan Sancho playing as a number 10, as a number 7 or as a number 11 any strength. Okay. So if the fullback overlap, it means Jordan Sancho doesn't have to track back to the defensive third. So always the Jordan Sancho is in the right position now. To me, I threatful to the back line of Team PSG. Now, share video now. This is the goal against Team PSG. Now, sign Bonibium. Now, viewers and share their say. Yes, sign Bonibium. Now, pause to say, Mammy. Kowechikaka, Mammy. before a pass no you release pass no ko wechi kakamami. Good. So this is where the educative segment comes into place. Now, so we share the striker for Borussia Dortmund. You could see say we position him in between the two center backs, then in behind the two central defensive midfielders of Team PSG. It means he said this is a central pocket position in a wide and what pick it. So in that slot, you know, the only thing they said the defender now or release the ball no, would play the ball into the space now and then no. So top position, you know, most often you know, a defensive defenders in modern football because always the striker opposition who our top side sana it means he's playing on the last shoulder of the defender, which they don't normally like that. So release the video. You could see say pass no anchor player no one direct, but it went into the space behind the two center backs. Now Sammy release the video no man anchor. Good. It is generating you know. It is not in terms a tactical goal na echo so one to this pocket position you know. Now you know it is all about Chelsea Tottenham. Now you share Chelsea Tottenham now even Mauricio Pochettino nankasampo di aba betu bia say this is an emotional game, and it being an emotional game, it is not only for Mauricio Pochettino, but for Chelsea fan base, and even for the players, because they feel said the game against Aston Villa, they feel very much robbed. After saying we really out, Axel Disasi go no. Chelsea thought say they actually deserved that point, and if Chelsea wants to bounce back, it is today. In this derby, no matter me prove you one wet, and for them to prove their wet, first thing, and then Mauricio Pochettino would get his game management very well. So when you have the game management here, Postecoglou will actually punish them. But one thing I made doubt about team Tottenham, they say Tottenham in this double invented fullbacks now AUC in this current season under coach Ange Postecoglou. No, you could see say it opens up a lot of space of cooperation. Opponents now most of the time we need a counter. And looking at the strength of Team Chelsea, you know, Chelsea state this year no profile of players now and the kind of football now airborne space football. So automatically Chelsea would get better and will get their informed players into better positionings, but it will come down to clinicality, final third coordination, especially will be a question mark Edan Wokesiye and Nicolas Jackson. Okay. So if they get their day, I feel say this derby would actually go in favor of Team Chelsea.
All right, Smeda say eno yaw the legend and Martin and Canoti and Radi see ye was signal iduna and the bit me atoja a war akuprama ye friend no Stamford Bridge so and wait me related the amayen no na